was a 16-year-old with a kid already. You look today, you know, that happens a lot, you know, especially down in Corpus. I've gone back a few times, not recently, but early after I first started locking in. I would go talk to students, and one of the groups that I would go talk to are the early, kids that are still in high school and they have kids, whether it's the girls or the boys. And so, you know, there's a couple of things there. I mean, obviously, you know, there could be that sense that, okay, I have a kid now, that now everything that I plan is just over. I have to completely change everything in my life. And I had a lot of support from family, you know, don't get me wrong, but we did enter into the welfare system, and we kind of limped around, you know, through the entire time from when we got married. I got married, as I mentioned, as a 17-year-old, still a senior in high school. And so, you know, and everybody in the family was like, what are you doing? You know, why are you doing that? You need to go to school and you need to do all these other things. And it's like, to me, you know, I knew that if I got married, you know, I loved my wife, and you know, we had a kid, and I love my son. I knew we could make it through. And, you know, we're involved with church, so I knew with my faith that I had in God that somehow or another God would always provide a way for me to have to get by. You know, we did. You know, we never went a moment without having food on our table. We never really truly lacked anything. I mean, we struggled. You know, definitely there were times where we wish we had more, but we never starved. We always had a vehicle to kind of help us get around. And yeah, there was a few times where we had to make a decision, you know, what bills to pay first, and sometimes, you know, get behind and give up things and such. But we managed to get through it. And so I think that's, you know, one thing that I always say is that, you know, even though you may be a teenager with a kid, and, you know, maybe you're married or maybe you're not married, if you're committed and you have a little bit of support from your family, you can make it through. And that's what I hope that I inspire people, you know, students that are out there right now, is that despite, you know, being in that situation and then going to A&M, and at that point having 3-4 kids at the time, family to take care of, and going through all the struggles related to that, that, you know, you may be struggling, but you can get through it. If I can get through it with all those things, you know, you can certainly get through it. And some students will tell me, you know, after I've talked at a chapter meeting or some sort of event, they'll come up and say, you know, I'm not even married, I don't have kids, but, you know, if you could do it, you know, that inspires me that I can do it. Or even, you know, sometimes somebody is married. Nowadays it seems to be a little bit more common that somebody's married and they have kids and they're young, like I was, and they see it as, well, if you were able to do it, then I know I can get through that as well. And so if anything, I just hope that I help and inspire young people, young men, young women, that if they are in that situation where they're married and they have kids and they're trying to get through college, that they can get through it. It'll be tough, it'll be hard. It may even take longer, like it did for me, than you expected, but you persevere and you get through it. You can graduate and then hopefully get a good job. You know, and I was very fortunate to graduate in a good economy and get the job that I did with such a great, outstanding company like Lockheed Martin, and then be able to progress and flourish from there.